Guys, I welcome you all back to my channel. I am Aisha. In this video, I will be showing you how to cut and sew this asymmetric neckline top with rush. I will be showing you the full details on how to cut it and sew it. If you are new to my channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Stay tuned to the end of the tutorial. I'll be drafting it on this pattern paper first. I have my pattern paper on fold. I'll be taking the shoulder measurement. The shoulder I'm using is 16. You divide your shoulder by 2. I have 8 inches. I'll be coming down for the armhole length by 9 inches. You take your 8 inches here also, the shoulder measurement. I'll make it a straight line for us to create our armhole length. I'll be taking the bust length. The bust length I'm using is 10.5. The under bust I'm using is 14.5. 14.5. And the waist length I'm using is 17 inches. You make it a straight line. I'll be taking the full length of the top. The full length I'm using is 27 inches. You make it a straight line. For the neck, I'll be making use of 3 inches for the width of the neck. I'll be coming down by 1 at the armhole length to create our shoulder slope. You create your shoulder slope this way. Whatever remains here, you divide it by 2. That's the midpoint of the armhole. I'll be going inward by 1 inch for us to create our armhole. The material I'm using is stretchy. I won't add any allowance to it when taking the circumference measurements. The bust I'm using is 42. You divide your bust by 4. I will be taking the bust measurement on the chest line and the bust line. The waist I'm using is 37. You divide your waist also by 4. I'm not adding that to this top. The hip I'm using is 45. You divide your hip also by 4. You shape it at the side. This is the chest line, bust line, under bust, waistline, and the hip line. You create your front armhole this way. I'll be creating the back armhole also on this pattern. This is the front and that's the back. I'll be taking the darts. I'm not making use of the darts, but for drafting purpose, I will be taking the darts. I'm making use of 8 inches for the bust palm. You divide your bust palm by 2. Take it on the lines and make it a straight line. From the hip line, I will be coming up by 3 inches. I will be taking 1 inch dart at the waistline. At the bust line, I will be coming down by 1 inch. And you drew your dart leg this way. We have our basic body. I will be cutting it out. This is it. This is the material I'm using. The material is stretchy. I have 2 yards of it. I'll be cutting out the back aspect first. You fold your fabric into 2. Make sure you check the pattern of your fabric so that you won't cut it wrongly. You place your pattern on it this way and use your office pin to hold it down. At the down aspect, I'll be adding 1 inch folding allowance to it. I'll be cutting it out. You add 1 inch to it at the down aspect for the folding allowance. You add ½ inch to it at the armhole and ½ inch to the shoulder also. You don't need to add any inches to it at the side. On the pattern, I'll be cutting out the back armhole for us to cut out the front aspect. I'll open it this way for us to cut the front aspect. For the neck, I'll be cutting out the neck. I'm making use of 3 inches for the width. That's 6 inches on both sides. I'll come to this side. I'll measure 3 inches also. You make use of the neck width to the down parts. From the neck width, you straighten it downward this way. I'll be taking the depth of the neck. I'm making use of 7 inches at this side. From the other side of the width of the neck, you shape it this way to the depth of the neck. I want the neck to have a curve shape. At that center point, I came down by ½ inch, and I will use the curvy part of my French curve to curve it this way. You can see. That's the depth. Now we apply our slash and spread method. You drew the line depending on how full you want the rush at that center. At this other side also. I'm okay with it. I'll be cutting it out. This is the neck. You follow the lines and slit it, but you won't slit it to the end. Very important, you number it for you not to be confused. Give this video a thumbs up. Share with your friends. If you are new to my channel, click on the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be notified. After cutting, you spread it this way. Now for the other side. You slit it and number it also. This is it. You spread it this way on your fabric. I'll be doing that now. You place your fabric and place your pattern on it this way. We are cutting only one pieces of each. When cutting, you add your necessary allowance to it. At the armhole, I will be adding half inch to it. At the shoulder, I will be adding half inch to it also. At the down aspect, I will be adding 1 inch for the folding to it. At the side, you don't need to add any inches to it because this material is stretchy. You use your office pin to hold the pattern to the fabric. At this center side, I will be adding 1 inch to it because of the neck aspect. I will need to indicate the depth of the neck by taking the measurements. I'll measure 7 inches on the pattern, you can see, and notch it on the fabric. You chalk it that way and notch it. That's where the depth stop. I'll be placing this other side on the fabric and cut it out also. Don't forget to add your necessary allowance. The down aspect, you add 1 inch. The side, no need of adding any inches to the side. The armhole, you add half inch. And at the center, you add 1 inch also to it at the center. The shoulder, you add your half inch to it at the shoulder also. This is it. You add 1 inch to the neck. This is the back aspect. I will be cutting out the neck. I'm making use of 3 inches for the width of the neck, and I will be coming down by 1.5 because we've already add half inch to it for the joining, and I will be using 1 inch for the neck depth, making 1.5. You can see the cutting. You cut it out this way. This is the front aspect. I will remove the pattern and fold the neck this way. The depth that we measure, that we use 7 inches, you fold it from the shoulder to that 7 inches. And I will be adding gather stitch after the neck depth. I'll add my gather stitch to the down aspect. You fold it to the back aspect this way. You can see, and stop at that 7 inches, that place that will notch, and add your gathers. Let me do that. This is it. I'll fold it. You can see, and I've add gather stitch to it. I will need to gather it together. You draw the thread this way. Make sure you maintain your length of the blouse. Give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends. If you are new to my channel, click on the subscribe button. You use your hand to set it this way. Take the length to confirm if the length is okay. I'm okay with it. I have my length with the folding allowance. For the other side, you remove the pattern. I'll be folding the neck in this way. And I'll add gather stitch to this center. This is it. I'll fold it and I've add gather stitch to it. You draw it this way and set it. You confirm the length if the length is okay. Support this channel by clicking on the join button. God bless you as you do that. I'll pick the other side and place it on it this way. The right side facing the right side. By the time we join it together, this is how it will look. You can see. You make sure both sides is equal at the center and join it together from where the neck stop. This is it. I've done that. You can see. This is the back aspect of it. I will advise you stitch it twice. I'll weave it for it to look neat. For the back aspect, I will be piling the neck. I'll use these pieces that I've cut. I'll use it to pile it from the back aspect to the front aspect. Make sure you are using a matching thread when doing this. I'll be joining it together at the shoulder. You pick it this way and join the two shoulder together. This is it. I've joined it together at the shoulder. You can see. I'll be cutting out the sleeve. You fold your sleeve together this way. You fold it this way. You measure your armhole for you to get the measurement you are going to use for the curve head of the sleeve. You take the length of your sleeve. I'm using 3/4 sleeve. I'm cutting out the curve head this way. You notch it at that curve head for you to know the center. I'll fold it at that point. I've joined the sleeve to the main body. This is it. You can see. Now I'll be joining it at the side. I'll join it on both sides this way downward. This is it. I've done that. I'll fold the down aspect of the top also. I will need to trim out the excess here. I'm turning it to the front aspect. You can see how lovely it is. This is the end of the tutorial. If you find this video helpful, kindly give it a thumbs up. If you have any question or suggestion, you can drop it in the comment section below. Kindly subscribe to my channel and make sure you turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be notified. I have a video on how to cut and sew this palazzo pants. I will be dropping the link in the description box below. Watch out for my next tutorial. Thanks for watching. Bye.